Welcome back to another Tier That. So, this is Avalon. I wanted to tier the people you can be in Avalon because Avalon's my favorite board game of all time. And also, I'm going to be playing this weekend, so just wanted to get the record straight. First, I wanted to highlight this comment we got a while back on the channel. Got this in my recommended. This is honestly cool. I'm not a pro, but I can see this channel getting popular maybe. Well, thank you. Rad1AntGD. They're no pro, but they see this channel getting big maybe, and well, let's hope that they're right. Anyways, thank you to all my loyal fans out there who watch, and let's get started. So, Avalon. If you haven't played before, it's a game a lot like Mafia. You don't eliminate people from round to round, but rather you try to identify the bad guys so you can socially ostracize them, because that's far more effective than voting them out of the game. So the way it works is you're going on missions, and it only takes one bad guy to make you fail a mission. So basically, everyone who's on the mission, let's say the first mission has 3 people, everyone gets to play a card face down. It either means pass or fail the mission. And then we look at it, and if everyone passed it, we score a point for the good guys, and if someone failed, we score a point for the bad guys. And then there's these various roles that you get to know. They all just get to know different information about the people in the game. So first we have Loyal Servant of Arthur. S tier, my favorite role to play. Loyal Servant of Arthur knows nothing, but the fun part is that means you have to figure everything out. You don't even know who to trust at the beginning. You don't know any of your teammates, and it's all just reading people and looking at the logical decisions everyone's making. Yeah, you can use logic to eliminate some people. Lots of fun, lots of fun. Next is the Minion of Mordred. I don't really like the Minion of Mordred because it's like a wasted game for Minion of Mordred. So you get to know who all the bad guys are. I'll go C tier. You get to know who all the other bad guys are, but then you just sit there shaking your boots the whole time because you don't have any special powers, and you're just you know who the other bad guys are, and then you just go let's try and fail some missions. I guess not as fun. Oberon is F tier. Oberon is the character you include if the bad guys are doing too well, says the rule book. I've actually never read the rule book. That's why I still play wrong sometimes. But anyways, Oberon is just garbage because none of the bad guys know who he is, and Oberon doesn't know who any of the bad guys are. So basically you just have to hope that you don't double fail a mission, because just so you know, double fail is like the worst case scenario for this game for the bad guys. Best case scenario for the good guys, though. There's a double fail played, you're sitting pretty. Percival is A tier. I always like to play as Percival. I've had some horrible games as Percival that have scarred me deeply, but they've made it so Percival is enjoyable to play because now I know that it's really important that you learn who Merlin and Morgana are. So Percival gets told 2 people, one of them's Merlin, one of them's Morgana, but not told which one's which, so you have to decide. So Morgana is also super fun to play because you get the chance to try and sway Percival into being like, oh, I'm Merlin. It's super fun. Merlin is D tier. I do not like playing as Merlin because there's so much pressure on you to not give away that you're Merlin, because if you give away your Merlin, then the good guys lose. And with that, the assassin is the one who gets to try and kill Merlin. D tier, because it's so stressful that if you and your fellow bad guys played such a bad game, you then have to be like, okay, like one last chance. Let's try and get Merlin. Way too much stress for both of them. So I don't like either of them. Mordred, S tier, because Merlin gets to see who all the bad guys are except for Mordred. So Mordred's like the real, like, ooh, I'm unknown. And you feel very powerful as Mordred. And if you play a good Morgana, you also feel very powerful. But if you play a Loyal Servant of Arthur and you win, you just feel accomplished. And, that's its own reward. So I think that that about sums up my tiering for the Avalon roles. If you have any additional comments or questions about the game, let me know, and invite me to your next Avalon night.